This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today we are going to be taking a look at Ward, the card game. A very cool card game. I'll show you up one of the boosters. I haven't opened up all my boosters yet, but you can get this if you just put in Ward the TCG. It'll bring you up to their website. Go check it out. But I'm going to show you how this plays very quickly, and then I am going to talk quite extensively about this on the other side. So without further ado, let's go down and check it out. So I'm going to explain this to you really quickly so you understand what's going on. You are going to have a deck of 30 cards here, okay? And you are going to be playing with one creature. One creature is going to fight another creature on the other side, okay? Your opponent's creature, okay? And the idea is to get 300 points into their graveyard to win the game. Now, hold on there. How do you do that? Well, first of all, you're going to draw 5 cards. And then what you're going to do is you are going to put down your guy, okay? You can only pick one. If you got 5 guys in your hands, well, guess what? You're going to have to decide on one. Now, there's some very key things here that we're going to take a look at. There is AL, which is armor level, okay? You want something around armor level anywhere from 1 to 6, because when you put this out, okay, it's not going to cost you anything, okay? You have to start the game with a character, okay? And if there isn't, the game pauses, and then you're going to keep on drawing until you get one, and then of course you would reshuffle back down to 5 cards. Now, there's AL level is 1. Speed, that is your initiative. Who's going to go first? And then hit points, 40 points, which is not only the hit points, but the points that when you defeat something, that's how many points you are going to get when they put it into their graveyard. And if anybody ever gets the 300 points of in their graveyard, they lose the game. Okay, so you're trying to get them to, kill 300 points, and they're trying to get you to kill 300 points. Now, the cool thing about this is it is dice based, and when you start the game, you're going to you start your turn. Nobody can attack on their first turn, and you can't attack on your first turn. Now, like I said, when you finally do get to attack, there are special abilities and their pluses and minuses, and you're going to want to try to beat those. The other thing I forgot to tell you is that anything over 6, you're going to have to discard a card, discard a character, and look, they even got prism cards in here. You're going to have to discard a card into your graveyard to pay for that, and if there's anything over 12 or 12 or above, you would lose 2. So you would be in the hole. Even though you would start with a more powerful character, you would be in the hole a certain amount of points. So if you got 300, well, now I'm down to 260 here. Okay, the way this is played is when somebody declares an attack, and what you're going to do is have a hand of cards. You are going to go through a bunch of phases, and your phases are as such. First, you are going to draw. Okay, so you're going to draw a card. Okay. Second is magic summoning. Now, there are different types of magic cards that can be played. These are infinity, which means that they're played and attached to your character. You can only have 5 affinity cards behind your character at any one time. Okay, and they'll give you certain bonuses like a +3 to your armor level, which really does come in handy, and they'll do all kinds of different things. There are one-time attacks. These are lightning attacks. These can happen on your turn or your opponent's turn. You also have one-shot things that can happen, and depending on the turn and what you want to do, you're going to play these particular cards, and they're going to do a certain ability which will help either hurt or protect your particular character. The way this works is you always roll 2 dice. unless a card states otherwise or you have a special ability that will change that. You're going to roll 2 dice and try to beat their armor level. His armor level is 1. Well, obviously, we're going to beat that because right here on this particular ability, Howling Slice, you always get a +2. Dice rolls, you get a +2 automatically to that. Okay, on the bottom is going to tell you your attack, and there may be some things that give you some special abilities in this box here, depending on who you're playing with. But once you beat their armor, you are going to roll 2 dice and add 2 to that. Okay, so we're going to roll, that's going to be 6. And +2 is 8, and we're going to take that off his 40. So now he's down to 32. You're going to want to have a pen, a calculator, or something to track damage, or beads, or dice, however you want to do it to keep aware of the damage. Now, because he had a speed of 11, he got to go first. But there is always a retaliation, my friends. Okay, so even if he wanted to attack, for instance, and he had a speed of 1, well, he would get to go first. Okay, so you would have to absorb and suck up some damage and then try to damage him back. So there's always, during each turn, there is 2 sides of the combat. There is the aggressor, and then the defender gets to retaliate, which is really a neat mechanism because depending on what you have back here, you may not want to attack. Well, it's my best interest not to attack because if I do, I know I'm going to die, and I need to get some better cards in my hands and kind of manipulate my magic in the background to see what I can do to try to make my character better or bring out a different character to put him on his heels. The dice chucking part of this really is a lot of fun. It adds to the just uncertainty. The best laid plans are usually ruined by a pair of dice, and a lot of fun. There are tons of different types of cards. The art is fantastic. You're going to have the name, and there's some of them will have a little symbol which certain cards would affect. Giant snake. There may be cards that affect a snake or water or water creatures and stuff like that. And you can see there is a variance of different type of thing. You got a shark that you can use. My God, the wizard frog, which is really cool. I love the skeleton lord. I've been having a good time with that. Now, you would play each other until 300. Well, hold on there, my dear friends. Hold on, because there's a lot more to this, okay? If you decide, you can go and get one of these boss packs, okay? And this is where I really, really have been enjoying the game because lately I haven't had anybody to play with. So what do? I get to play solo against a boss deck. Now, the boss deck is really cool because there's a lot of thematic feel to this, and really great. But you could play it normal, which you would play just the boss card, or there's a hard mode and nightmare mode, which is a lot of fun. And if you ever need the rules or anything for boss battles and stuff like that, you could just scan that right there and get a feel for it. They've got plenty of out. But here's your character. You would be fighting him, and you would be trying to defeat him. He is 300 points. Good luck with that, okay? The way the boss battles work are a little bit different, okay? Not much. It's the same rules as the basic game, but in his deck, he has nothing but magic cards, okay? So on each turn, you're going to turn over a card, and like this one here, equip the boss, +5 attack. What? So now he's not only doing 4 dice +4, you can add 5 to that, so it's now 9. And the other thing, if you're going to want to play certain abilities on him, well, you just can't play them. You've actually got to take it from your hand and then roll a dice. On a 1, 2, or 3, it gets destroyed and removed from the game. It's gone forever, okay? Or if you get a 4, 5, or 6, then you can apply it depending on you know, depending on what it is, whether it's an infinity or so forth or so on, and it's going to affect the boss. You're trying to get down that 300, but let me tell you something. It is not easy to beat this boss. And this is the easiest boss. So this really does a lot of very interesting things. It adds another variances, and there are other decks that you can get. And of course, I bought the 6 to 7 player deck, and I didn't realize that. But this is a 2 to 3 player, which you could play by yourself, but it's going to be a battle. You got to make sure that you really beef up your deck and have it set to face the Knight of Embers or the Chrono Dragon. You could play with a group, which is really fantastic if everybody has a deck themselves. The main thing here is there is so much replayability and fun here. It really, the art, the thematic part of it, the story that goes with it, really done well. A game that I highly suggest for sure. So, without further ado, let's go get my thoughts on Ward the card game up top. Ward the card game. So I'm going to be very truthful here, okay? When I first got this package in, first of all, they were very nice to send me a starter deck and the undead starter deck, okay? But like an idiot, when I saw this, I said, oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. I went out and I bought more stuff, and I bought a second deck, Undead Invasion deck, when I wanted to buy something else. Ugh. Now, my thing when I first got this, I thought, oh my God, this, you know, I spent I think it was $113. I went, oh my God, you know, this is what I get for $113. You know, I had gotten, you know, 2 of these boss decks, the starter deck, and I bought a booster. Oh, and a couple other boosters. Oh, no. I bought 5 boosters, to be honest with you. And that was $113 when I'm holding in my hands. And I was like, oh, whoa. But when I started comparing it to other card games and their prices and stuff like that, I started going, oh, wait a minute. They're right in line. They're doing exactly what it is. And I get it. The boss decks, it doesn't look like much because of what it comes in. You know, when you spend $30 for, you know, one of these, you know, it's a big box. It's made to look a little bit more. It comes with a couple tokens here and there. But you're just getting the straight out cards, okay? A booster deck of Magic is 15 cards. These are 9, but they're made in the United States here. And the thing is that there is a lot more playability. The replayability of this game, the boss deck, the different levels that you get, and you're getting your money's worth. And when I really looked at it, it's very comparable. You know, I went and I just got a little expansion for Earthborn. Okay, this was $23. Okay, it's only a couple of cards. It's not even a game. Okay, so it may throw you off a little bit, but what you get out of this is a great game. And I'm just being honest, okay? I'm always going to tell you guys the truth. It may not look like much, but when you get going, I have not stopped playing this game. I love this game, and I want to get more of it. Now, a booster box is $145. That's right in line with everything else, okay? And you can make a bunch of decks out of that, I would believe, okay? This is great. I love the dice chucking, the replayability. It reminds me of the old TCGs. You know, just everything that you could possibly want in a game. This is a lot of fun. I love this. I would love to get more of it in. I'm so mad because you know, but it is what it is. And especially since I play solo. The other thing is, I wish I knew a little bit more about the boss decks. I just went, oh, that dragon. I want to fight that dragon. Oh, hey, that knight, I want to fight that knight. But, you know, you start with the frog and you kind of work your way up, and there's plenty of playability here. If you invest in this, I'm telling you, you're going to have a great time. And that is the most important thing, because it is as fun solo as it is with a group of players. Okay, I played with my son, and we actually had a lot of fun with it. And then I've been playing by myself more than I've been playing with someone, because I wanted to try it out and see how it worked with two people. I'm having a blast, and this is a game that I really suggest. Ward, the trading card game. Go to their website, check it out, and see if it's for you. I think it is. If you know me and you like the games I play, then you can trust me on this. I'm going to put all my soul behind this, and really say this is a good game. This is a game that will not leave my collection. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody. And be sure to go to tradingcardmarket.com. The very best at sports cards, non-sports cards, trading card games, and accessories. Be sure to sign up and get $10 off any purchase over $50 or more. Trading Card Market. Great service, great prices, and great cards. TradingCardMarket.com.